Well, Kieran Dunn here. I'm just going to go through a quick instructional video of how to make your own template in SolidWorks, including the BSI standard, so that uh, all of your dimensions and center lines and anything that you draw in the drawing will conform to the BSI standards which we use in schools in Ireland. So I've provided an A3 template on Solus that you can download and modify to suit your needs with the BSI standard installed, but I'm also going to show you how to create your own template. So we'll create an A4 portrait template here now, just to show you. So I went into File, New, and I'm going to pick A4 sheet, okay? So I open up an A4 sheet then, and you see there that this A4 sheet doesn't look anything like my template. So we want to make that look like our template. So the first step is to Options and Document Properties, and in here where Overall Drafting Standard, we want to load that from an external file. So we'll load the file that I put up on Solus there with Tony's BSI standard in it. So I have that saved down onto my memory stick, and it's in here, and that's it. So I'm going to open that, and you see there now that's inside here in SolidWorks, and that's the drafting standard that we're using. Okay, so I'll click OK to that. Next, I want to edit my sheet format. So inside in the sheet format tab, edit sheet format, and delete the title box. After that, the automatic border, we want to change that to be 10 millimeters from each side. So we have 10 all around now. We don't want a double line border. We don't want zone dividers. We don't want columns or rows. And we want to put that into our format layer. Okay. So we have done all that now. That's bang on. So it's inside in our format layer. Next, what we want to do is sketch a title block. So in the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to sketch a rectangle. I'm going to smart dimension that rectangle 80 80 by 50. Okay, and I have put that rectangle now in the wrong layer. So the way to solve that is, if I draw from the left hand or from the right hand side with a rectangle, anything that that rectangle touches will be highlighted, and I change the layer of the dimensions as well. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is draw from the left hand side to the right hand side. A blue rectangle appears, and anything that's encompassed by that rectangle is all that's highlighted. So I want to change this into my format layer. So that's okay there. I want to draw the rest of this now in my format layer so I don't have to change again. So I'm going to draw in my horizontal divisions here. So my first one there, and I'm going to smart dimension it. So if I was to click that accidentally, the way to go back in and change that dimension to 10 is just to double click it and go back in and change. So I accept that then, and a quick tip is to use linear sketch pattern so you don't have to smart dimension everything, and make a linear sketch pattern of that line. We want 3 instances, and we want them to be 10 mil apart. So that's bang on. So we have that now, and we can hide these dimensions. So highlight them, hide them. And the same thing here with this 3. We don't want that either. So that 3 just shows that we have 3 equal divisions there that we're after having 3 instances of our linear sketch pattern. After that, then we want a vertical division. So I go snap to the center point and draw in our vertical line there. Okay. So a common mistake people make, and I'm going to show you here now, is when they hold control and hit the 2 corner points, the border will move up to the title box instead of the other way around. So the way to sort that is obviously just to fix your border first. So I fix that border there, and then I hold control, click the 2 corner points and merge them, and it'll work right. Okay. So I have the basic format done there now on my sheet. What I want to do is go in here into File and Properties, and I want to go for Custom Properties. So what you can do there is you can add custom properties for your annotation in your title box. Okay, so I'm going to do that there now. I'm just going to add one. So my name here, and the value of that property, say, is Kieran, obviously enough. Okay, so you can add as many of them as you want. So the property name here and then the value. So the value is what will appear out in the sheet. Okay, so I'm just going to add that one in here now. I'm going to come down here and go to my text layer. So I don't have a text layer set up. So that's the one thing I overlooked there was layers. So you want to set up layers as well with a sheet. Okay, so now that we've come to it, we need layers. So we'll set them up now. So up here in your taskbar, just right click and go layer. That opens up a layers tab down here on the bottom left. If I go into layer properties, then what I can do is I can change what layers I have in here. Okay, so I'm going to go for a text layer. The annotation layer is there already. I'm going to go for a text layer for my title box, and I always go with blue for that personally. So text and blue. Okay, so that's okay. Now I can create more layers there. You'll want similar layers to what I have in my template that I've uploaded to Solus. So I've created a layer there. I'm in my text layer. So next I'm going to annotate my title block. So I note, and this tab here links it to a property. Property name then is name. Okay, I'm going to put it in here in this box. So you can see that there my name has come into that box. Okay, so there we have that. The next step then, I have included on Solus as well a first angle symbol, a third angle symbol, and a School of Education JPEG or symbol, so or logo. So what you're going to do is you're going to add them in here. So first angle here, if you're drawing in first angle, and your School of Education over here. So the way to do that is come up here and insert picture, and here they are. So school first angle I'm going to go with first. That's going to bring it in there. I'm going to change the width of it to 37 because the width of this box is 40. I've changed the wrong one now. I've changed the height. 37 in the width. That's okay. Drag it in there to the first box. So you'll see that the height changes in relation to the width. So when I changed that to 37, it came down here to 18 point whatever that is. So okay there. So we'll add the next one, file, insert, picture, and School of Education. So we'll add in that, and the very same thing, the width of it has to be about 37 to fit into the 40mm box. So drag it over then, and drop it into the box. Center it up there. Okay, so we're nearly there now with our template. We've learned how to use the properties up here to add in properties for our annotation. We've learned how to add in the pictures. We've learned how to modify the border that comes on the sheet and how to draw in our title block. Okay, so you can populate that title block now yourselves, the same as I have done on my one on Solus, or whatever way suits the drawing that you're doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to save this as a template. So you should have a folder at the end of this where you have A3, A4, landscape, portrait, whatever templates you need. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. Here where the save type is, we want to change that to template. And then I'm going to find my folder, temps, and I'm going to save it there. So you can see my A3 one that's on Solus is in there as well. Let's save this one here. So A4 SOE temp, and that's portrait. Right, that one's saved there now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to open it. So there's a bit of a process to opening it. So we exit our sheet format, save again, just make sure we have it saved, close out of that. So to open that sheet template, what we have to, the one that we've just made, we have to actually add it in through options and file location. So options up there where the little wheel is, file locations about halfway down the left hand side, and we want to add. Now I already have this folder added in, but I'm going to just add it again just to show you. So I have it here. You don't have to move it up, I'm just going to move it to the top just to show. So I have it there. Press OK. So now to open that template, to actually put some drawing views into it, we'll go up here to File, and we'll go to New. We don't need to go to Open. So File, New, and you see here it's giving me no option, just drawing again. I want to go to Advanced down here on the bottom left, and in my folder here, so these would be the ones that you get from SolidWorks originally. This here then is my folder that I loaded in through the file locations. So there's my A3 template, and there's my A4 template. So I'm going to open that one, and you'll see there it opens up. What you can do then is you can go in here to your File and Properties, and you can change the property value for anything that's in any of these templates. Okay, so if you have titled something and you've changed to a different, you've titled one orthographic projection, and this time you're doing auxiliaries, you're going to change that there to auxiliaries in the relevant field. Okay, after that then you need to make sure at the very start of this that you go and save again. So File, Save As, not Save, and this time you want to make sure that you're saving it as a drawing. Okay, and name the drawing. So example, if you resave this as a template and put in your views, you'll overwrite your template and there'll be views on it every time. If you don't save it at the start and you just put in your views and then save it as a template, it will delete your views out of it and leave just boxes where the views were. So make sure at the very start, it's just a good habit to get into, is to change it to a template or to a drawing instead of a drawn template, and save it straight away. That means when you put in your views and save as you go on along with Control S or hit the save button up there, it means that it's going to save it in the right format. Okay, so I have example there now, and what I'd be able to do then is view layout and bring in my standard 3 views if I wanted to bring in my views. Everything then will come up. The dimensions, the way the views are orientated will all come up with the BSI standard protocol on them. So that's just a quick run through there of how to make a template, how to save it, and how to add it in to your SolidWorks through file locations. Okay, so thanks very much.